Spoiler alert, I say gorgeous a lot in this video. Can you see why? We start these brush strokes Viola pansies from seed. We then transplant. We'll cover growing highlights and requirements, and of course, seed saving. I had so much fun with these brush strokes Viola. These ones deserve a close-up. Like I said, gorgeous. We are planting these pansies, and you can see these take just 4 to 7 days to sprout, and we need to put it on the surface to sow. And you can see how tiny these are, and I've just got 2 of them right here. I've got this labeled. I have it also with the lid to give us a little bit more structure, and I'm gonna go through here and put them all on the top. I've already pre-watered them. It's nice and soggy since it has no layer above that to keep the moisture in for germination. I am gonna have to come out here and mist these. April 27th, and you can start to see just little tiny bits are coming up on those violas. 4th, Northwest Ohio, Zone 5. These are the violas. Some are coming up there as well for us, along with this little flat right here. So I am pretty excited about these. But really, I'm just getting it level with the cup. You can still see my egg carton here. That's fine. It's gonna pick off as you water and as this gets rooted. It's going to look sensational. The rocks in the center is where I had just recently buried some compost dead in the center. So we've got some really nice, loose, well-worked soil to work with. And all year long, I am constantly cold composting in place to get my nutrition value up. And when you're done, you're just going to water everything in very generously. Now I am in a part shade, part sun area with basil, again with these violas. So you can see, I mean, these are just egg cartons, so that's not deep at all. That's maybe an inch, inch and a half at the most. And you can see again, you can see these cups. I'm just really making a little hole. I'm not pre-watering, and I'm setting that in and just firming in the sides. That's all I'm doing there. June 9th, can you see that the pansies around this basil is starting to grow, and they are starting to give me more lift. And this is in a ultra shady spot right here. Both sides of my driveway are very shady. They do like moist, peat-based potting soil. Cool and woodsy is also good, and they love cool temperatures. But I need to remove some of this so that they can get more sun. June 24th, looking at these violas. Now you do want to keep them moist. You can space them 6 to 9 inches apart. I took care of some of those branches around there. So it's going to have more sun, more airflow. That stuff in the back should pop up a little bit better for us now. Guys, it's the 28th of June. I came out here to pepper everything because I'm having groundhog issues. And look, oh my God, it's the first viola bud. Isn't that sensational? I am so excited. June 29th, and look at how gorgeous that is. Let's get a close-up of this, because this is really pretty. Oh my gosh, worth the wait. Guys, it is July 1st, and my beans are starting to come over my tomato cages next to our beautiful violas, which are starting to bloom. I'm so excited. This one over here These ones look the best so far. Look at how gorgeous that is, you guys. Absolutely gorge. Next to this all year round lettuce, which is starting to form a nice loose rosette. So my goal today is to get another big tomato cage on here so I can have my green bean tower like I had last year. These are okay for all zones. Zone 1 through 5. They're considered annuals. However, 6 or higher, and they are perennials. All right, look, shadiest part of the yard, and I have got 2 violas, gorgeous purple one, and one of those purpley orange ones in the shadiest part of the yard. Guys, it is July 8th, and can you see how nice and tall these are finally getting for us? And look over here at this mass. Oh, so good. I'm gonna come back so that you can kind of see. Okay, so here's my lettuce. It's far surpassing this. Our green beans starting to go up our tower here. So beautiful, you guys. So beautiful. So far, well worth the wait. I went ahead and I pulled the all year round lettuce that's in the house. I'm gonna have that with some of my zucchini. I'll give you a picture of that. And look, I have a replacement to go into that hole. So I'm gonna transplant that, and I'm gonna transplant that at soil level. And you can still see the egg carton here. God, these are so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Now that that lettuce is gone, it's gonna bring in a whole lot more light and airflow. All done. I made the hole 2 to 3 times bigger than what I needed. Goes in there nice. This is such, I mean, of course, when you have a container, it's not gonna be compacted soil. You're usually always working it. But you can see I have it at soil level. I am now gonna water this in. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And edible. Let's check it out. Okay, look at how absolutely gorgeous these are on some lemon and confection sugar and lemon juice icing. Look at how gorgeous that is. Now look at that. That's a pretty good representation of what you get here. Also got a nice little carry-out box for a friend. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try one of these because they are edible. I'm gonna go ahead and try this yellow one because I feel like this isn't the most ornate one. Okay. It kind of just tastes milder than if you eat a blade of grass. Okay, very pretty. We can put it in some salads next. 10th of July, and look at our all year round lettuce. Oh, with some mandarin oranges, some onion slices, some corn segments, one little strawberry, and look at these gorgeous violas here. Ate my viola in my salad. Really can't differentiate a taste in there. It's really just there for prettyment and garnishment. But this salad was so good, you guys. So good. Great lettuce, all year round lettuce. Guys, I have been having so much fun decorating with these gorgeous, intricate, unique violas. Look at that. All you need is just a little something sticky. And then you can sort of place it and it'll mat down. So, Cool Whip, cream cheese, dressing, frosting from the can or homemade, Jell-O with some mandarin oranges. I'm gonna go give these to my mom. She loves them. So much fun. All right, right, it is July 20th today, and look at these violas with this basil. I cleaned all of this out so it has better airflow, more sun. You can see I need to water it because remember we need to keep this moist. It is early morning, so I'm gonna come out here and water everything when I'm done with all my videos. But look at how gorgeous these are. 6 to 12 hours of full sun. And 60 to 85 days to harvest. And I am just letting the bees pollinate these, not doing any hand pollinating whatsoever. See right here, there is a bee doing all of that pollinating for us. Just going along, grabbing all of the centers where the pollen is and doing its deal. So that is excellent, excellent news for us. We don't need to hand pollinate a thing, and I can feel little raindrops, which is great. Maybe I don't have to water this morning. See that? Loving it. It's July 26th, and this viola and bean area is really starting to take shape. These are starting to get some height at the back, and they're starting to do that lovely sprawl. You do need to deadhead them when you see them and stay on top of that about once a week. Look at how this is just gorgeous and spready. So it does start as a bush, and then it will spread out for you, and you can spread them out as you please. Look at how gorgeous that one there is. Those ones I think are my favorite because they have so many different looks. This actually is what I pictured when they described this as a brush stroke. Requirements for violas is they like a long, deep watering once a week, or when the top 1 inch is dry. So deeply, not daily rule. 29th of July, we're looking at these beans growing in these brush stroke violas, which are oh so gorgeous. But I spotted from inside, because I have a perfect view in there, the first little dangling green bean. Can you see it? There it is. So exciting. Guys, it's July 30th. We're out here looking at the brush strokes viola pansy. Are they not gorgeous? I really like how they have put a lot of these, well, actually my favorites on here that actually look like they're brush stroke, but you can see that you get quite a bit of variety that's not that concentrated. Some of them are actually really formatted where they look pretty much the same. Same thing over here in this pot. But today we are going to talk about deadheading. And you do need to come out here and do that once a week. And what that will do is that will give you more blooms. It will also decrease any disease and fertilize these. Honestly, I've never fertilized these. Flowers, when you find your spent head, you can either pop that off, pinch that with your fingernail. I really feel like since these are a little bit more delicate than something like a marigold, I'm gonna want to use my scissors for that. I don't want to stress the plant out, and I don't want to pull the plant out by the roots either. And you can cut anywhere from this head up until the first set of healthy leaves. So I'm just going to go right here in the middle. And that's it. I mean, I barely had to cut anything. So I'm going to go through with 2 hands because this is a very delicate little doily here. She's gorgeous, but she is delicate. And I'm going to go through here and deadhead everything that needs to be deadheaded. If we look up a little bit, you can see that our green beans are still going fantastic. Look at that. I really enjoy setting up these picture perfect views out this bay window. Can you also see those impatiens. Look at all of these beans. Excellent. So yes, we know that they are container friendly. Must be 4 inches or deeper of a container. We definitely have that covered. And you want to put in 1 plant per 8 inches as recommended. I have probably a little bit more than that. I usually do crowd them in a little bit. And if you can see over here, this one is dying out. We've had excessive rain and excessive heat, and well, they just can't hold up to that sometimes. Delicately pull out what you can. This is still pretty much attached, and you can see we're all tangled up here. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull the whole thing. All right, and you can also see right here, these 2 are dying out, so I need to pick those. August 10th, and look at how well these are doing. Been getting some green beans, had some yesterday. Look, are those not perfect together? I'm so glad I decided to put these up here. I know I love these paintbrush ones, which there seems to be less and less of these. Look at that. So great, you guys. Way to just completely maximize out this space. Went vertical. Look at how gorgeous these are. They are so gorgeous. I love them. I know I keep saying that in every clip. Oh, I need to do a little bit of deadheading back here, so I'll go in and get the scissors. And back here, we've had some heat issues. You can see they're still sprawling a little bit. Yeah, this one looks pretty bad. This one, yep. Okay, so we're gonna get that out of there. This is either excessive heat or excessive water, because they're kind of fussy. So now I'm just gonna try and spread them out a little bit, but guys, it's getting towards the end of the season. If we wanted a fall display of these, we could cut these down, and that would be all that we would need to do for fall. Around this time, it's the beginning of August, the 13th of August today, and look at our gorgeous Viola bean tower here. And this one is absolutely jam-packed. I love it. It is a fantastic, great example. I'm not seeing a lot of those individual brush stroke ones that are actually my favorite. I can see 2 right here that need to be deadheaded, 3 that need to be deadheaded. So I'm gonna go into the house and get my scissors. I'll take care of that. So these will actually sew themselves sometimes. Okay, so sometimes means to me not very reliable. Look at how tall this is in the back. And this right here is remnants of when I started these in the little egg cartons. And this was on, I had this on the bottom and I think the middle. And the gravity with everything coming down, all the water, it just did not do well at all in there. It died out immediately. So, yeah, Dollar Tree container was not good at all for this. All right, you guys, it is time for the review. I am looking in Baker Creek. We're under Pansies and Violas here. Pretty and tasty favorites. Pansy blossoms are quite tasty and are wonderful in salads. For a bonus treat, try making candied pansy blossoms. Yum blossoms are great for spring and fall gardens in full to partial sun. Great in containers. Yes, we've already proved that. 100 to 200 seeds per packet. They don't tell you which gets 100, which gets 200. Okay, so here are our brush stroke violas. They all say the same thing. What I want you to notice is how they will give you different photos in each catalog. So this one right here is this year's, is the 25th anniversary edition's photo. Is that not gorgeous? I love that rustic chippy look there. Look at how they've had fun here with cupcakes. And look at this, they've made a sucker. I love it. I personally wouldn't have the patience to do that probably. Anytime a recipe mentions a candy thermometer, I'm out. Okay, now we're looking at last year, 2023. The one before that was the 25th, 2022. And look at this picture. I love how the background has all of these vibrant colors that are really mimicking what are in some of the best cherry-picked pansies. So let's read what it says here. A stunning reselection of a striped pansies and viola of yesteryear. These vibrant beauties have disappeared, so we are excited to bring this color scheme back to the garden. Appropriately named. The petals have the look of a painting. Yes, I would totally agree. That is what drew me in, along with the color combination. Each bloom with its own unique markings. I would say that's very true, but there are some uniform selections that we've seen in the video. I pointed this out. This pansy loves cool weather. Yeah, it does. When we had that heat wave, it was just done. And the delicious edible flowers are perfect for salads, desserts, garnishes, and more. I really didn't find them to be delicious. They, again, almost tasted like nothing in salads. The blooms are striking and will make a statement in pots, borders, and beds. They are $4 per packet. Now, like I said, I had a lot of fun with these. I could see this right here, this mound of like a creamy gelatin mold. This would be great for Mother's Day. And look at this log right here. This reminds me of Easter. It might also be because it's right next to these baby chicks. And who isn't a sucker for baby chicks? Here they went ahead and they used this in a drink. I didn't even think to do that. But I have more, so I have time with them. So now let's look at the back of this packet. So we do know that it takes 4 to 7 days for them to sprout. You need to sow them on the surface. So when I sewed those on the surface and I showed you that that was soggy, that was the only time it was soggy. I will initially do that for things that have to be sewn on the surface. After that, I just miss them. It's kind of like jump starting it for me. All right, we're spacing them 6 to 9 inches apart. They are frost hardy. They need a minimum of full sun of 6 to 12 hours. So they have got 60 to 85 days for the maturity. Stunning new twist on the cottage garden favorite. Petals have the look of a painting, each bloom with its own unique markings. I don't agree each bloom is like that. This pansy is cool weather loving. The flowers are edible and the blooms are striking in pots, borders, and beds. Oh, Baker Creek. Baker Creek did not tell me, and they like to do this a lot, even though they're Baker Creek Heirloom Rare Seed Company, if this is an heirloom or if this is a hybrid. I looked this up. Johnny's Seeds is telling me this particular variety is... They're also stating that these are sweetly fragrant, that the bloom sizes are going to be 1.5 to 2.5 inches. The stems are going to be 12 to 18 inches. The plant height, because remember they sprawl, can be anywhere from 8 to 16 inches. And Johnny's is saying 60 to 70 days to maturity. So the next segment, we're going to do some seed saving. If you want to save your seeds on any type of hybrid, you need to harvest as many as you possibly can. That way, that same year, you get as many seeds as you can, and it is the closest to the parent seed. First, we're looking at these violas, pansies, and there are the seeds. I'm zoomed in. Pretty hard to see, aren't they? Unless you're really looking for those. Guys, it's September 8th. I'm out here with these gorgeous violas and have some more seeds that we can pick. And you're just gonna come out and look every couple days to see what has popped up. Or you can also see that this is gonna be full of seeds as well. I could take that right now. All right, it's September 9th. I'm gonna grab these seeds and these seeds down here. So I'm just gonna pinch them off. You can see some of them already popped out. Put that in our bowl. It's all tangled up. It's a pretty good massive amount though. A lot of seeds for one little flower. Just gonna pinch it off with my fingernail. Look at this. This one looks really nice. And this seems to be on this purple one, which is nice as well. It's September 11th. I can see more seeds out here in this viola, and it looks like it's in the pattern that I like. So I'm gonna go in and grab my dish and collect these. Green seed pod right there will eventually open up and you get these gorgeous seeds. Okay, after you have picked your seeds and you have brought them in, you've put them on a nice flat plate, you've spread them out. Some are automatically gonna pop out. Look at how dry this is. You want your seeds to be dry, so don't rush it. There's no reason to rush it. Give it a week or two and they'll dry out. And to get these seeds off, you're just gonna take your finger and scrape them off. Sometimes they just move off when they're that dry. You can throw this part away or compost it, and then you can put those seeds back into your paper container and you're done. You're ready for next year. But remember, these are a hybrid. So the first year that you get your seeds from the seed company is the year you should be saving those seeds. So you get as many as you possibly can that is the closest to the parent. So you guys, I want you to see how this looks from this viewpoint. So this is very interesting. Just thought you'd like to see. It is October 4th today, and this one certainly is a lovely one. I need to pick these beans up here for seeds. And then I just need to push everything back and close this down for winter. So I'm gonna say thank you very, very much for watching this video. I sure do appreciate it. I hope you come back and see me again. My final thought on these violas: beautiful, a little bit fussy when it gets heated. Even in the approved zones, they will get fussy. Thank you so much for watching, and I invite you again to subscribe, as I have been gardening for over 40 years and have a lot to teach, show, grow, review, experiment with, and my favorite, a specific variety everything deep dive. So let's try new things together, mix it up, and have a glorious day.